What is going on, everybody? Hope everybody's having a good day. Figured I'd come on live today and just get a little bit of listing done. Figured I wanted to spend some time with you guys today, so that's what I'm going to do. Not too long, but probably about an hour or so. So hope everybody's having a good day. Who's watching this later? Haven't done live on this channel in a while, so I know a lot of people weren't expecting it. Just figured I'd jump on. So usually the first thing I do when I come in the morning is, of course, you check your messages, but I'll grab a bin so I can get my bins. What's going on, Ken? How are you? Happy? How are you? Oh. I had the privilege of meeting Mr. Ken in Cincinnati. Didn't really get to sit with him much, but I get to sit with him for a couple of minutes. Just a really nice guy. Just so sort of reminds me of like the Santa Claus of reselling. Just get the white beard and just friendly guy, and wants to get to know everybody that's around him, sort of like me. So it was very nice to meet you in Cincinnati, and hopefully we can meet again. I forgot where you come from. What area you're from? Yeah, I bet. Ohio. Okay, I thought you were real close from Cincinnati. I thought so. I was like, I think he lives there in that area. Um, I think I remember you saying you were pretty close. But when you go to those events, you meet so many people, and you're like, you hear stories, and you get to know somebody, and then it's somebody else, and then you meet somebody else. So it gets a little overwhelming, if you ask me. I just have a few items that I have to list and relist. I grab a bin, my bins that I have labeled. I'll grab a bin every morning, and then I'll go through the items that are in the bin. These two items here, and see if they're still listed. See if the price needs to be changed. I try to do that every time I list. And then I'll put the new items back into the bin. So this bin only had 2 items in it. So they're numbered up to 25, depending on the weight. What is going on? That is one of my buddies. This is the reason why I came on today. Actually, today's my birthday, guys. But I didn't really want to put that on the header. I said, what do I want to do? Who do I want to hang out with for a little bit? And that guy right there, he's one of them. So I appreciate you guys. I know you are not cutting grass today. I think the weather changed where you are now. I think the weather has changed. What's going on, Harry Stone? What is up? See, the cool guys are here. The cool guys are here. What is going on, Harry? Good morning. You were probably heading to work, and you probably have a lot of cold weather too. Power washing only now. Okay, you're still cutting, right? You're still cutting lawns. Just the season is power washing time. What's going on, Julian? Good morning. What is going on, guys? This is amazing. This is so cool. I couldn't have had a better day spending it this way. I said, you know what? I'm just going to go on and my supporters will be my supporters, and that it is what it is. Tim is in the building. What is going on, guys? I'm sorry, I am not gonna get anything listed. I'm like a new kid with a new toy. So, Godfather of Glass, of course he is. But don't sleep on yourself there, Harry, because I know that you know some real antiques. Like if I have a question about real antique tools like planes and saws and stuff like that, I know who I'm calling. So don't sleep on yourself, because you know a lot. That guy knows a lot. Oh, confused. All right. Let's see. I get so sidetracked on here most of the time. It's actually pretty funny, if you ask me. It's pretty funny that you don't think you get sidetracked. Like, oh, I'm not gonna get sidetracked. Yeah, right. Oh, I can't answer this. I can't answer this right now. I'm on live. Yeah, Harry can smell the antique sales. Yeah, I bet you he can. I bet you he can. All right. Are you guys has you guys sales been slow? Um, of course I'm only on eBay, but it's been the slowest it's been for me. I normally have 3 or 4 sales a day, but the last couple of days I haven't had any sales. So that's a little scary. I've been listing. So how's eBay going? eBay's going okay, except for what I what I just explained. But if you don't list, it catches up to you. So if you don't list, you think then you can list for items, and then it's just going to jump back into place. That's not going to happen. So I just I know it comes back around. I know you got to focus and stay with decent stuff and stuff that you like to list. Um, but I also try to get like new stuff too, stuff that I'm not used. Like once I finally get these couple of things uh squared away, I'm a little sidetracked with you guys here. Um, it's been average this year for me. Yeah, definitely. Oh, oh, welcome to the big show.
I didn't realize it was your birthday today, Leroy.
Shh. It's a secret. The secret.
I love you.
I didn't want to put it on. I know you do. What's going on? You're smiling this morning. Did you get a sale or two?
No, I'm smiling because
No.
I saw Leroy live.
If you I know all these guys, you guys know each other here, but this guy's your videos are banging, kid. Like I love watching them now. I'm like, oh, his new videos out. Oh,
Yeah, I put one out yesterday.
yeah, I saw that one yesterday. Yeah.
And then put out another one, part two, when I'm had to phone a friend in Leroy.
Yeah. Dude, hey, I'll tell you something. If I lived in that area, um, I because those are the ones, Tim. Those are the ones that at the end, because that basement was such a mess. Unless they got a metal guy in there, so if they have a metal guy in there, he's gonna go in there. He's gonna take it all, and he's gonna get like the good stuff. But I definitely would have been like, hey, $200, I'll clean up this area of the basement. I'll take everything out of it, and I wouldn't have wanted to, but like it's not like a storage unit. At that point, it's not like a storage unit because most of it you're gonna keep. There'll be some trash,
Yeah.
you know, but it's hard when you're trying to, like you were trying to look at stuff and we were trying to tell you. I think it's hard that way for me. You see a few things, but when there's so much stuff like that just cluttered all over the
It's
place,
so tough.
it's it's so like because like you were in a basement, so down here in the south nobody has basements. Up north you have a basement, like you sort of 90% of the houses have a basement. So you're in there and the signal was just, it was like a picture. So every time you went to show us something, it was just like a picture.
Yeah.
It wasn't like
No
it
service.
wasn't like a video. Yeah. Yep. But how many items did you end up getting? You didn't get a bunch. Would you get like 10, 15 pieces out of there?
I got like 3 coffee cans of hardware, and I got the dolly, and I got the
Would you
hand.
get like 10, 15 pieces out of there?
I got the hand drill, I got the dolly, and I got like 3 cans of hardware, and then I feel like I got something else too.
Yeah.
I can't remember.
And that dolly will pay for whatever you got in that basement. That's
Yeah, I'm excited to get that stuff and look at it today and get it ready to get listed. But
don't clean any of it, Tim.
I'm not going to. Yeah, I won't clean any of it. But I am going to go to the I gotta go to the post office. I gotta go to the post office. I gotta go pick up boxes, and I gotta stop by Ma Duke's house. So I gotta,
So you got a busy day. I do too.
yeah, and then I got authentic in the beard tonight. So yep, busy, busy, busy. But I wanted to just pop in and say hello, and I saw you live.
No, no problem.
I love you,
Thank you,
brother.
sir. All right, take care. You have a great day.
I'll talk to you soon.
Bye bye.
All right.
Tim has left the building. Yeah, Tim. You guys know Tim's one of my homies. Homies. Let's see. All right. I'm looking for. Take care, Harry. Thank you for stopping in, buddy. You have a great day. And thank you, Julian. All right, let's see. eBay is so distracting. Like you're like, oh, how's my feedback today? Oh, what haven't I sold? It's funny. All right. Listings average. Let's see. And then skew. I don't know how many of you guys actually care, but I'm so shocked how listings drop. Like I don't get it. How a listing could just disappear. Like talking to a bunch of people, because we're on this community. I have an idea why. And I'm not saying like how it works, but it's just like it's odd. It's very like so this item I'm looking it up and I don't I what I do is I go in to active listings and then this is the top area you can put um like your custom SKU. So I put my custom SKU and nothing. Nothing comes up. I can try doing it by title description. Let's see. Let's see what comes up. I quit eBay a few months ago. Been getting rid of my endo. That's okay, Julian. You got to do what's good for you and your family. Have you been doing the flea market at all? I know you were dabbling in that a little bit. And what are you doing your old job? What's going on? Yes, it is definitely the fake Leroy. This is the fake Leroy. Um, the real Leroy lives in Florida, but this is the fake Leroy. The real Leroy. He came out what Halloween? Halloween. The real Leroy came out, but this is the fake Leroy just hanging out with you guys today. That's gonna be on our thing for the whole life now. That's gonna be our whole joke. The real Leroy is going to yard sales. Don't do that to me. Are you going to yard sales today, Paul? Come on, bro. Oh, there's an estate sale tomorrow, but I don't know if I'm gonna make it. I'd love to, but we'll see. And it's loaded with tools too. But it's supposed to rain here the whole weekend. I have a spot on Saturday at the flea market, but I don't know what's going to happen with that. Usually, what they do is if you don't, if it's rain or shine, so you lose it, you lose it. That's just how it is. Um, there's only two, but it's Thursday, so I'm gonna take it. Yeah, definitely. I actually have a flea market on Thursdays. It's crazy here. Um, there's there's like that's worth going to. There's a flea market on Monday. There's a flea market on Wednesday, but it's a little far. I don't like driving that far. It's down in it's it's down a ways from me. It's about an hour from me, and you got to be. It's one of those early bird flea markets, so I'm not doing that. Then there is so that's the Wednesday, but there's another Wednesday that Harry Tornado goes to, and that's about an hour and 25 minutes from me, which still isn't too bad. That one's a good one. If that one was closer, I'd definitely go to US one. And then there's a Thursday flea market, which is pretty good. Um, there's a Friday gas station. I haven't gone yet, but some of the old guys were telling me at the flea market, there's a gas station parking lot up in North Carolina that they're setting up at. And they say they're making 100. So the later they stay out there, the better they do. They said they're getting people like they go at like 12 and then they leave at like dark, and they're doing pretty good selling there. Probably wouldn't be any good, but I'll tell you, I'm biting my tongue at the same time because I say it wouldn't be any good to buy there, but that's not true. There's a lot of stuff at one of my flea markets that comes out of North Carolina, and North Carolina, like they still got flip phones. So they ain't trying to like comp it, and they'll put like everything in the back of the truck. I'm like, oh, $1. And you'll pull out stuff that's worth $30, $25, $15. Of course you're gonna buy it for $1, you know. Nice, Julian. Like I said, you gotta do what you do, bro. Like, but I'm glad that you're still hanging out in the community. That means a lot. That means a lot. Why can't I find this item? Mm. 1481. Thank you. Yeah, that means a lot that Julian, that you're still hanging out. We appreciate it. Paul, what's the temperature down there in Florida? 72 degrees during the day and 42 at night. That's my prediction. Let's see if I'm right or wrong. All right. Cold one today. It's going to be 78. Yeah. And tomorrow, 85. I don't think we're going to get even close to that. I think our high today is probably about 50. And right now it's probably about 32, 36, somewhere in that range. Well, that's why I go through these, and I just found something that is not listed. And I'm probably not going to list it again either. Let's see if this one is listed. Paul, when you had a ton of listings, would you go to stuff and it wouldn't be like when you closed your store? I don't know how you did it. I don't think you did it item by item, but just curious if you realize a lot of things just weren't listed anymore. This one's listed, but the other one definitely wasn't. Let's see, and relisted. Okay. It's just those two. Let's see. Paul, I had to get a new chair so you wouldn't copy me too much. I went through items. by item, and tons of it wasn't listed. Yeah, that's so crazy. They say that if the keywords weren't correct, or the system feels like it wasn't in the right category, it could bump you out. But think about it, guys. Like, if you if they feel like that item is not performing on their platform, that's all data that they're using. Every time we list something, that's data that their system is listing. Simply shenanigans. Good morning. Um, that's all data that they're using. So I definitely feel like, um, if it's not performing, it sort of gets pushed out. You know, it's not rocket science, because they have to pay for. They can only hold so much data. They don't have unlimited space for our stuff. Um, that's just how I look at it. So that's why I go back, Bobby, about every 4 months, and I do what I'm doing now is every day I list and I put it into the bin, and so it's not a wasted bin. But the things that are in the bin, so I do 25 items in each bin. There was only 2 items left in this bin, so I'll go through those 2 items and just go in, put the SKU number or what it is, check and see if it's there. One of them wasn't, and then so I don't have a lot anymore um that are not listed, but every once in a while I'll come across one that is not listed. So you should always check your listings. And it gives you places to change stuff too. Like I said, sometimes I'll change the category, or I will change um the the listing. Like now, what I did was I got my numbers ready for today for now. So I'll take those numbers and add my new stuff with those numbers back into that bin. So the bin's not wasting space. We don't have, again, you don't have unlimited space. So if you don't go through, imagine if you go through, say you have, I don't know what you guys have for bins. I probably got about 50 or 60 bins here. Um, Imagine if you could fit an extra items in each bin, and you think that you don't have enough space. You would have, you know what I mean? 5 items in each bin, you have 50 bins. That's 200. What's that? Almost 200 items. My mouth's not mathing right now, but I know 5 items at 20 bins is 100. I know that much. Um, so, if you have, if you have, 40 bins, yeah, that's 200 items. So look at it that too with your business. Oh,
Your hand signals back
down
here.
there
I'm
for a
really
week.
good. Hello, hello.
Eric must have been down there for a week.
I was down there for a good couple minutes.
What's going on, Eric?
Not much.
Yeah.
Up listing this morning.
I was busy talking about your up listing.
Bins on bins.
Oh yeah. How's Mom?
Hey, congrats. You're officially as old as I am now.
Yeah, you and I are we're pushing. This is the last. This is the last of the 40s. This is it. After this, the whole number changes. Oh, you know what that means? That means today my number has to change on my listings. So some of you guys, these guys know, and not everybody knows, but when I do my listings, I do. So say for instance, I'm listing something for $40. I'll do $40.49. Well, it was 48 cents. And everything is 48 cents. So I know that was when I was 48. And then now today I'll start it and it will be 49. So some stuff I'll go back and I'll look and it'll say 46. So I'll know that there's just I use the color background as well, but I also used it. Oh, I lost them. That's okay. I also use the number system as well. So he'll be back. He'd probably having internet issues. Well, he didn't like my number system. It could have been that too. No, that's not it. Let's see. Ended listings. Listed and ended. This one can go far away. And delete. Delete. And this one can get relisted. There he is. Between your internet and my internet, we got it made.
You know what it was? My my stuff was updating in the background. I didn't realize it, so it cut off everything.
We'll talk
again. Billy's moving again.
Oh yeah. Well, he said that was going to happen.
Yeah.
Oh, I mean, at least it's not his first move. His first move was brutal because he had, 6,500 items listed, something stupid like that. When I moved, I only had like 500 items listed. And I didn't have I just got rid of stuff. And I know Eric, if Eric had to move, he would just have this huge yard sale and keep everything that's worth over $50 and then be out.
Yeah. At any point, if someone wants to come and buy all my inventory, we can make a deal.
Oh, sorry, Paul. It was 8,500 items the first move. Yeah. Now it's only 1,600. Sorry, Paul. I didn't mean to mess up. And that's not Paul. That's the real Leroy.
Oh yeah,
the real
Faux Leroy.
That's a lot of items. Yeah, that's a lot of items. 8,500. I don't. At 8,500 listings, I would hope that you're selling 20 items a day. And I've looked at his numbers before, so I know.
Oh, Harry Humstone, man. I ain't seen Harry in a minute.
Yeah, Harry was up in here before he went to work.
Gotcha. Yep. Fireball flippers, something shenanigans. Lots of people up in here. Mr. Bill in the house. Nice.
Mr. Bill was in the building for a minute. I was like, I gotta do 5 listings. I was like, and I want to spend my time with my friends. So I was like, you know what? I knew the other Michelle's in the building.
Scott.
What's up, Scott? I said, you know what? I'll jump on for my birthday and say hello to people that I like. So
if he skips any of you guys, you know what it is.
You ain't no good, Eric.
You better pay attention to the chat. You don't set yourself up, no.
Yeah. Yep.
Somebody gonna leave here today. Leroy didn't say hello. I know how he really feels about me now.
He said it. It's right here in the video.
Yeah.
It's right in the video. 32 minutes and 13 seconds. Hey, Eric, I got these the other day for a penny, pretty much. Craftsman. Nice. I polished them up a little bit. They weren't bad. Yeah, I'm selling them as new because they're mint inside of them. You can't see. Yeah. What I started doing, I went to Harbor Freight and I bought the rails. They're $1.
Oh yeah.
So I bought like 10 rails, and it just looks better when you're trying to sell them
Nah, that's
and it
cool
holds
little
them
display
together.
anyway. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
So do they make
So-
them in fours like that?
The rails or the set?
The rails.
I just cut them. Good
I thought-
morning. Oh my gosh, Kristen. Good morning. Thank you.
Oh, you almost had somebody then, Lear.
Yeah. I almost lost a friend. Tell a friend that Leroy lost a lot of friends.
Mm.
Yeah. No. I just cut them. I just get like sheet metal cutters, and however many I have, I just cut them. So I wouldn't do it if I had like two. But these are good ones, so it was worth it to me. Oh yeah. I'm busy. Okay. See, that's how I really treat my friends, guys. I'm busy. See you later. I gotta call you back. Let's see. Unless it's Bianca, then I have to answer.
Isn't it funny how like as you get older, I know for me, like I always think about like my people I know when they're younger, they're like, I'm taking off the whole week because it's my birthday.
Yeah.
I'm like, nah, it's just another day for the most part. It's good, but
I will let you know that it's my birthday. I'm definitely that guy that will definitely, but I it's my day, so I do what I want to do. Like it's my day, Like for lunch, I'm going to my mentors and I'm going to have peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Like that's what I asked for. Like it's my day.
PB and J's, man.
So
living it up,
dude. I love peanut butter and jelly on my birthday. Like that's like a good peanut butter and jelly sandwich. Like a good one is like, and then I had this question before: chunky peanut butter or smooth peanut butter or strawberry jelly or grape jelly. I'm a grape jelly, smooth or chunky. Doesn't matter.
I like both, but Regina's almost got me out of eating chunky because she don't like it. So it's one of those things I haven't had it in a while.
Okay.
Then as far as
hey
jelly,
Lisa, how are you?
My go-to jelly is orange marmalade. That's the one I like the best. But
no.
But I do like strawberry jam. The one
I remember
seeds or no seeds in the strawberry.
I remember in the small can, the smoke. It don't matter.
Yeah. What about blackberry?
But
blackberry jam?
I've had it, and that's all stuff. It will come like in that Smuckers, the small Smuckers jars. Yeah. You guys remember those?
Yep.
And they would have like the like Eric said, like that orange sherbet. Did your orange, whatever the heck it is, did it have like orange peel in it?
Oh yeah.
Because I felt like my nanas did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Good stuff.
Yep.
Homemade blackberry for the win.
Yep.
Yes. Real squirrel. It is good. It is good. Oh, now we're talking a little next level stuff. This is what we're talking about here. Lisa, there's some peanut butter and honey. My dad, as long as I can remember,
is it a mixture of peanut butter and honey, or is it a peanut butter and honey sandwich?
Peanut butter and honey, you mix it together. My dad, as long as I can remember, has done peanut butter and syrup. Like he does the same thing, mixes it together, and eats it with crackers. Like it's
really,
yeah. It's like Heartburn Express is what it is for. It's weird since I've gotten older. Like used to, I could PB and J in the middle of the night, be good to go, right? Dude, if I eat peanut butter jelly at night, I'm done, dude. I'm heartburn in it. I don't know what it is. The peanut butter. Yeah. Hey, I will tell you something funny about PB and J's. So 2 times ago when I went to India, like I go to an orphanage there. These kids are like super skinny, all right, but they eat like a bowl like this of rice at night,
Yeah.
right? With it's curry, but it's just vegetable curry and a protein, really. So one year when I came over there, I got the mega size GIFs, right? Like from Sam's Club, because they don't have good peanut butter over there. It tastes like, I don't know, chalky peanut butter. It's weird. It's the natural, so you know it ain't very good. It's not smooth. It's chunky, not on purpose. But we get over there, and so they have good jelly over there. But I got a bunch of jelly, got a bunch of peanut butter, and I was like, we're gonna do PB and J's for all the kids, right? And so we're making PB and J's because it's not a thing over there. But the bread's only like this big, like I mean, it's tiny little bread loaves. Like so we're cranking out PB and J's, man. The kids are like destroying them, right? And then it's like going in on them. So we feed them all PB and J's. Like everybody probably had 2 a piece, and then my friend Pastor Raja, who runs the orphanage that I go over there and hang out with, he's like, now we will eat dinner. And I was like, bro, I can't eat. Like, I mean, 2 PB and J sandwiches, I'm done, man. I'm done. but the kids, dude, they ate anyway, and they're just like sprawled out like food comas. They're done. Like, you see these kids walking past, their bellies just like stuff. But yeah, it's funny.
Yeah, you don't realize, like, I was somewhere the other day. I was at a Chinese restaurant, and I was like, I had like 2 rolls, and they were like, "Oh, that's all you're gonna eat?" And I'm like, "Yeah." Like, you realize, like, your stomach is the size of like a grapefruit. Like, when you see these people, when you hand these plates out, and these people eating all this food, like, your stomach's not that big. Like, I didn't go to school for stomachs. That's why I'm doing YouTube and eBay. But from
It's
what
like
I know,
yeah, fist size is
like,
about what it is.
yeah, it does stretch, for the heavier people. Yes, your stomach does get bigger. That's why the way that they cure you from eating a lot of things is they shrink your stomach. I
Yeah.
know that much.
Oh yeah,
Um,
that surgery where they
yeah,
cut it down.
yeah.
Ooh,
Mm, wow, a set of these
Philly Flipper bought a DWAT
about the
hamburger
wall.
just for you, Leroy. Are you sending it to him as a birthday present?
Nice.
Is that what he is?
No, he's not. No, he's not. Don't send it to me because I'll take it apart. I got a lawnmower I got to do next week. I got to take it apart. I'm probably gonna. Maybe I'll do it on Tuesday. Oh, okay. All right, come on, let's go. These are all G series. I will say, when you guys, if you guys list any Craftsman or Snap-on stuff, make sure you put whatever the date code is, because a lot of these collectors are serious. Like, so with these sockets here, this is what I'll print up. I'll write this little chart. It tells you what this, because you can't see it on the socket unless you take 50 million pictures. So it tells you the model number, and it tells you it's G series, and then the size. They like that, and it's nothing but just a little bit of writing, so not stand out from everybody else that has sockets listed on eBay. So I'm still gonna teach you guys today. You think you're gonna come over here, gonna be no tool talk? You're out of your mind.
Lisa, typically between 60 and 80, it does vary a little bit.
So it is,
as far as children in
they're
the
not
orphanage.
V series, they're G series. G series.
I can't bring up to the screen. Cha-ching says, can we take a moment and appreciate Leroy's handwriting? Yeah, it is pretty neat.
Yeah, that's because it has to be. That's all I can do. Right? It's very slow. It's very slow.
Yeah.
Trust.
So in comparison to Chicken Scratch 101.
Yeah. Hey, but listen, guys. I'm gonna be real with you. If you look at this paper real good, right? I'm still using the lines. Like I'm still using the lines. When I was in second grade, they said go in the line, stay in between the lines, skip a line, do the next one. So it's neat, but I'm still on basics. Trust me. Thanks, Scott. You're a trip. Scott's hilarious. We're gonna get Scott back on the show
I know I had
in
a great time
2000.
with him on here last time. Honestly, I hung
Yeah.
out with Scott for a while at FlipCon this last time.
Yeah. No, Scott's. I've been on a few shows with Scott. I really appreciate
Me too.
it.
I ended up being on a show with him before we got him on as a guest. Can't remember whose it was. Maybe Cats. Maybe Cats. I'm not sure.
I was on him at Cats. He's on Cats a lot. Yeah.
It might have been somewhere else, but I can't remember.
He said leave following directions in the second grade.
Still following directions. Yeah.
Yeah. I followed directions on that, and then in a construction class, and I'm still stuck in those two areas.
Yeah, Lisa, it is pretty funny. Like the kids send me stuff all the time, like on WhatsApp. Like I get all this, like they send me stuff on my birthday and Christmas and all that kind of stuff. It's kind of
The kids from India.
yeah,
Yeah.
I have like it's kind of crazy.
Now, so like in the so like certain families, you call somebody uncle or auntie. In the South, it's sir and ma'am. What is it in India? Do
Your
they call you?
uncle and auntie.
So,
Yeah,
so you
I'm a
go over there, you
yeah.
have like 15 uncles, and you're like, oh wow.
That's the kids of the orphanage.
Uh,
Hard to see their faces. There you go.
So they're running through the villages saying, Uncle Eric's here, Uncle Eric's here. And
Yeah.
everybody is just like,
They don't use your last name.
Listen,
they
that's
don't use your name. They just say uncle.
Uncle's here, Uncle's here. And everybody's like, no, that's not your uncle, guys.
Yeah, there's a
Like,
bunch of
look
kids,
at him,
man,
look
that
at
I would
you.
have
It's like,
probably.
but I bet
There's
you every one of
kids
them
I would
come
take
back.
home. I'll just be honest. Like, there's kids like over
I
there.
bet,
I'm like,
I bet you they all want to come back here, right?
yeah, it's kind of interesting because the orphanage there. Look, this is stuff like they send me. Someone drew some picture
Oh, that's cool.
for my birthday this past year. Kind of talented kids. I've been over there 8 times, Kristen. So COVID years knocked me out. I haven't been in 2 years, but I'm planning on going back in February. So that's the plan.
Has it been 2 years? Because I remember the last time you went.
Yep, it was 2 years. Yeah.
Wow. It feels like it was a year ago. It feels like you were there last year. Man, we've been hanging out too long.
Yeah. Dude, we're probably going
Yes,
on for 4 years now, huh?
I think it is. Yeah. Yes, Paul. It is. Nuts and Bolts is a new version of Tool Talk. Yes. Yes, it is. Eric told me I had to come online and spread love to everybody on my birthday, so that's what I'm doing. If any of you guys remember, my first video was the day after my birthday, like 85 years ago. That's back in the day when I was young. I'm not a kid anymore. Some days I sit and wish I was a kid again. Tim knows that lyric. How long is the flight again, Eric?
Long. Like,
Yeah,
so I've been looking at tickets
it's
right
more
now.
than one flight.
Yeah, I've been looking at tickets right now. Typically, I fly out of DC, and it takes me about 12 and a half to get to Dubai or Abu Dhabi, and then another 4 to where I go to in India. So it's about 15, 16 hours travel. On the way over. On the way back, it's longer because you fly back in time. It's kind of weird, but you're also like, so when you're flying around the globe, you have a tailwind or a headwind. So on the way over, you have a tailwind. Typically, you go a little faster. On the way back, it's longer. Yeah.
It's not. Is it much though? Like I know from
Yeah, it
Georgia,
adds about an
from
hour and
Charlotte
change.
to Boston. Yeah. So my flight is only a 2-hour flight from Charlotte to Boston. It's about 20 minutes.
Yeah,
So that would make sense.
yeah, it's kind of crazy. Like it's just nuts.
My brother Adrian lives in somewhere over in Asia or wherever it is over there, near Vietnam. He's been in all of them, and he wants me to go visit him. I don't have any. I don't have any. I don't really want to leave the United States. Like I don't know.
Yeah, I actually traveled during COVID to India. They said I was
Yeah.
like one of the first Americans to come during that. So
Now, I don't want to ask you this question, but I know we're brothers, and I can ask you this question. I know we're live, but it's okay. You I watch a lot of. Not I don't watch a lot of TV, but I see stories about like people getting like abducted because of certain issues and stuff. Have you ever worried about that? Like, no.
not there. It's kind of crazy too because we get a very skewed view of the news a lot of times
Yeah.
here. Just be honest. Like so, not to dive off into political or anything like that,
Yeah.
but just think that along the lines of so in India and Hyderabad, obviously there's mostly Hindu population. I'm a Christian, and going over there, I work with a Christian organization, and so like there is tension in country about all that. But for me, I've never felt uncomfortable. I've actually been in India where I go. Hyderabad has the oldest mosque in the country. It's like from 1400.
Okay.
So it's a Muslim mosque in a Muslim district in the midst of a Hindu country. So it's one of those things that's kind of crazy that they so when you go in there, for us, like I don't know how many people interact with people on a daily basis, or unless you're in a city, you probably don't really see much of that. But if we see on TV like people in hijabs, where all you can see is eyes and stuff like that, yeah, we automatically assume things, right? Just from what we see on news and that kind of thing. But I've been in that mosque, like, no problem. Like you go in, like the people in India. One thing that's crazy there, and it may be different, like Middle Eastern countries or things like that, but there in particular, they're very hospitable people. Like they're very to us it's not problems now among each other they do treat people very poorly, to be honest. Like a lot of the people that I go over there to work with are what's considered to be dalits. So in the Hindu caste system they have basically 5 castes, and it starts from the top. They actually it's like a pecking order kind of thing. It's weird because it's like head, shoulders, stomach, legs, and feet, and then the Dalits are under the feet, is what they say. So the people that I work with are the poorest of the poor, and so that's kind of the most of the children in the orphanage. So I would say like 99.9% are kids who, if they stayed in their current place, they would be either in prostitution or slaves. Like
Yeah.
essentially is what they did up there.
You guys don't realize how, like, I was very fortunate. Like, I'm not gonna lie, I'm not gonna get too shit, but I can do whatever I want today. But the thing is, you guys don't realize, like, orphanages and shelters and stuff, like, they need people like you guys, like, people to give donations. Like, find the one near you and do it personally. Like, drop off, some toys from the dollar store. I remember, I got put into the shelter, orphanage, whatever you want to call it, 4 days before Christmas, and they didn't have me on a list for anybody. And I could hear them talking like, what are we going to do with this new kid? We're going to have to take from other kids. We'll take from each one of the other kids to give it to this new kid. And some lady out of the blue decided she knew where the orphanage was. She drove by and she got 5 things for a little boy and 5 things for a little girl. And I was able to get a Christmas present. So, I know it's different in the countries that you go to than here, but like those places are very important. So, those are my 2 favorite charities. Of course, St. Jude's, because my daughter's going through issues, and the foster care system and the orphanages and stuff. Like, you don't realize, like, it's early. It's only November 30th. So if there's 13 people here and 5 of you guys go and find you can type it in, find a local shelter, or an orphanage or something like that, and see if you can sponsor a kid, even if it's like $30. I've gone to the family and gotten, or Dollar Tree, and gotten 50 items for $1, and they split it throughout the kids. So, just don't sleep on that stuff, guys, because probably wouldn't be talking to this guy. Like Eric said, it's crazy because you'd be in jail, on the street, or on the street, meaning prostitution, drugs. Like, the man's gonna get you. So don't I don't know. I don't know how to say it, but not trying to get mushy. Sorry, Eric, but just, it's in my heart. And again, I can do whatever.
No, it's fine, bro. Yeah,
it's you don't realize, like, and it's never too late. It's never too late. Like, how about that kid? So you got me going. I'm just trying to stop. But, because I'm thinking, like, it's never too late. Even if it's the day after Christmas and you got a gift card for somewhere, or your kid gets stuff. Say your kid gets something and you didn't like it and you don't want to offend nobody. Take that stuff and you can go to your local your local, what's it called? Like, every town has you could go to City Hall, but you could also go like to
food bank and
like
stuff
City
like
Hall
that.
or your rec centers. And
Yeah.
no, more like the rec centers. Like, the rec centers will know they'll know what families could use help, and they'll just, when the kid goes home, they just send them with stuff. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like,
there's also schools you could check with, like if you wanted to be involved in stuff like that. They do like backpacks. So what they do is they pack food for kids over the weekend, so that they go home with a backpack on the weekend that has things that they could prepare for themselves, because they know that those kids ain't eating at home.
Well, look at COVID. I saw the numbers, and again, people don't realize. I saw the numbers I don't know if it was on news, on the internet, that the government spent billions of dollars feeding kids during COVID that weren't going to school. They were having pickups where you don't go to school, but you can go by the school and pick up 3 lunches.
Yeah, they did that in our county too. Like, I remember seeing that. Like, you drive by.
Yep. So, it's always, we're here to learn about reselling and talk about reselling and everything, but it's also about the people around you. And anybody who's in this chat today is here for me. You know what I mean? I don't normally do lives. I don't do a lot of videos. So if you're here, it's because you like me or you think Eric's cute. One of the two. But
like,
so
you, right?
That's all. That's all I ask, is, like, don't, if you have that nephew or niece that's a spoiled little brat, instead of giving them 4 toys, give 1 toy to somebody who could use it.
Yeah.
I just that one day I just remember. I remember like when I went into that orphanage, and like I said, it was like 2 days before Christmas, and I wasn't accounted for. You know what I mean? And that one lady came, and I was young. I was like 7 or 8, and then I went with the Germanos, and my life was changed. So I wasn't always in orphanages or anything like that. And then I got adopted by Eric when I was about 35 years old. That was probably like
Older than that.
45 years old. Eric adopted me, and he took in a couple of his own kids. And if you guys don't know that true story, but Eric, what are you listing?
I'm finishing up my parts. Kawasaki. I'm down to all the small stuff that I don't.
Isn't it nice that every once in a while? Isn't it nice that you can go and grab, like, I'll do that with sockets sometimes. I'll keep a bunch of sockets just like aside that I know need no work. And then I'll be like, oh, okay, I can list these sockets. And they're easy, and you can put them in a small box. I wish I still had those parts to list. Let's not talk about those stupid parts.
Yeah. I've got I started a little bit of it yesterday, so I'm filling up this bin. I did list a couple plus earlier.
What, are you done with the comics yet?
As far as what I did is I've sorted through them all now, and I basically took anything under $5, and I'm gonna probably be running a one-stop shop auction of comics here very soon. So that's kind of the plan.
Yeah.
And I'll do bundles. It's pretty much what it is. Now I went through one box of them, of the ones. This is the ones I got from the sale in Kentucky, but I've got another box that's more modern era comics that I haven't gone through at all, but I'm probably just going to include them in the sale. Like, I run through cycles. I had a guy give me like 4 comics yesterday, and one of them was worth 25, so I listed that this morning. The rest of them are worth like anywhere between, it's so crazy. It's like everything else on there. You got $2 comp and a $15 comp, and
yes,
somewhere in between. And I'm not a comic expert. I mean, I know 100% more than what I did prior to going to Reseller Rally. But now I'm like, okay, like I'm a little bit more confident about them, but I know on One Stop Shop, I'm going to try to give people some opportunities to buy some bulk comics so that they can, if they know far more than I do, they probably can make more money than what I would make.
Yeah, and there's a few of you guys. Everybody here should already know about. We have a marketplace on One Stop Shop on District. Please check us out. Eric can't. Yeah, Eric can't drop the link, and he keeps trying to do stuff on the StreamYard, and when 95,
I'm clicking all over the place. I'm like, what? I can't bring up the comment. I can't drop the link. Leroy's got me on like child protection or something.
Yeah, he's not a mod. Nothing.
Yeah, I got nothing, guys.
Let me see if I can make him a mod. Is anybody a mod? I don't think anybody. I don't think anybody's a mod.
Leroy hadn't done live in so long, he's forgot what it's about.
Yeah. No, I can't. I don't want to put you in timeout.
Look, there you go.
Nope, I don't want to do that.
This comment's failed to post because Leroy says this comment's failed to post to Blood, Sweat, and Sin.
Mods are overrated.
They are. Until you get overwhelmed. Dude,
yeah.
Poor Pete last night ran that auction, man. I was like, dude, he did not have enough mods because they were trolling the mess out of him.
Were they really?
Yeah. I would have been like, out, 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 out.
Simply Shenanigans. Message me on Instagram. Blood, Sweat, and Soul on Instagram. Yeah. Yeah. I can't go back into that again. So please message me. We can chat because it is. I have questions. I've actually never talked to anybody that was reunited, personally. So let's see.
Yeah, it's crazy. Like what I was going to tell you too, in India, a lot of the kids that are in the orphanage aren't necessarily orphans, but their family can't feed them. They'll starve
Yeah.
if if they stay where they're at. Like so my friend Pastor Raja, he actually used to work with the government in like essentially like their social services, but
Yeah.
they go around to villages and make sure people could get access to medication and just some basic education about drinking clean water and things like that. So when he opened his orphanage, he would go from village to village, and so people would try to give him their kids to take care of. So he finally just, that's what he does. So that and a lot of handicapped kids because they're doomed to be beggars. That's basically all they have. So he has a couple kids in there that are Down syndrome,
Yeah.
some kids with MS, like things like that. So some kids who had leprosy. Yeah, so
that's so hard. Like,
yeah.
and and it happens here too. Like when you talk about like when you get into the kids that have like Down syndrome or any of those special needs kids, they sometimes their family have to give them up because,
Yeah.
like you said, they just can't afford the house. They can't afford, and some cities and towns don't support them like other cities and towns do. So they don't have a school bus system to get them to school. They don't have, they need a whole new house.
Yeah.
So sometimes you see people like, for instance, Eric, don't do this again because you're going to get me back in it again. But for instance, like I'm blessed that my parents screwed up and they didn't take me because my parents weren't capable of taking care of me. Like they lived on the streets, like they were street workers, like, they were in jail, in and out of jail. Like, thank God for me having that, you know, getting out, like it sucked seeing all these, being in orphanages and not knowing if your parents are coming back and all this stuff. But like some of us, like it's a blessing to get us away from that. Even like just switching the subject to like, drugs and alcohol or even reselling. Hold on one second, guys. Eric, take the show.
Paul Beagle, thanks for being here. I still can't drop links, but it's okay. Yeah. Yeah. What happens with the guys that go to the orphanage with my buddy there, he puts them all the way through college. And it's always an open door for them the rest of their life. So there's some that have actually came back and helped some at the orphanage, and there's a ton of kids who've graduated and moved on to a better life than what they would have had for sure. And then there's a couple of adult kids that are still there. They can't take care of themselves that have been there for a long time. So it is one of those things. As we go into the holidays,
it's
you freeze.
What's up, Paul? No, I'm here. Can you hear me? What were you saying, Eric, about the holidays?
Basically, what I was going to say, it actually has totally changed my perspective of life. That's why even no matter how frustrated I get at times about things, I always think about those guys and say, it could be worse. Could be far worse.
Yeah. And that's like the story. I keep saying it, and some of you guys watch RIN, so you know what I'm talking about. But like that guy, it's touched me. Like that guy at the flea market. I was driving to the flea market and like I'm complaining because my heat don't work or my radio's messed up, and this guy's pushing wheelbarrow with 5 to 6 totes in it to sell, to make money for, he shouldn't be getting cigarettes if he can't afford a house, but to get cigarettes and something to eat. Like that's so crazy because like some of us are like lazy and don't want to like help others or whatever. So, and he came over to me the other day, Eric, and I was like, "Hey, I got these extra DVDs and stuff. Do you want them?" And I'm like, "Nah, I really don't want any. Like, I appreciate it, but I just don't want." So, but yeah, it's crazy. Like reselling, how reselling is, and how life is, and like most of us, like we never thought we'd be sitting. I never thought I'd be sitting on a chair and taking pictures of a tool. Like,
It is a interesting thing to think about. Like, we've talked before behind the scenes about how crazy it is what we do, because honestly, like, we get to know people that probably we would never encounter in life. And that's why, for us at not just Reseller Information Network, but personally, like for me, it's so cool to be a part of a community of like-minded people. And that's one of the things why we try to embrace the positive side of things more so than the negative. We all have bad days and go through terrible stuff, like terrible in first world terrible conditions. But for me, one of the things that does very keep me grounded is it could be far worse. And yeah, so it's one of those things, like to come and get to do this for a living and hang out and talk to people on the internet and sell things out of your house. It's not a bad
so
life, to be honest.
Eric, you know what this is? You've seen this before. It shouldn't be your first time.
Hey, is somebody copying you, bro?
They get the red background.
All right, show me that again. Is it like a rope or a chain puller thing? Like come along thing?
That's what it is. Yeah, it's a Klein Tools, big name. It's a Klein rope puller. They don't use them as much anymore. They go in like an 8-inch pipe, and it clamps down onto the wire. This part clamps down onto the wire, and as they pull this in with another hook, it clamps down on the wire so they can pull the wire through the tubes. And this I got at the flea market for $3, and it's selling on eBay for 65. I sell them all the time. It's not my first time selling it.
That's
Whenever
weird.
whenever I see them, I grab them. I started reselling to pay for my
Mandolin lessons.
mandolin.
The best inventory for a jukebox record store on eBay. There you go.
What is a mandolin? I know I sound weird.
It's like almost like a violin, but like
Okay.
no, I'm sorry, mandolin is not that. It's kind of like isn't it a 4-string guitar similar? Like I'll pull one up. Well, I can't because you got me restricted over here.
You can't get it on the screen.
Actually, I might be able to get it on the screen. I can present it. You just got to pull it up. Yeah, a fiddle is the thing I was thinking of, but it's not a fiddle. It's actually more like a guitar, but smaller. And it doesn't have 4 strings; it's 8.
Violin version, but it's a guitar 8-string.
I do know if you find them, they do have value. Let me see. I'll get you one right here.
Bluegrass music. Let's see.
You
okay.
Yeah, they got a little value to them.
That's that back road. That's that back road yard sale. The guy with the wheelchair and
Oh yeah,
jumpsuit kind of find. That's
Dude,
back in the
I
that's
found
back in
one at
those
a
years.
sale before, but it was too expensive. Like I couldn't get it. It was too much.
And that's the thing that bothers me with the estate sales is like they look this stuff up and they know it's $500, so they price it for $499. Like, come on.
I have sold a couple guitars though before. Here, I'll stop that.
Yeah. So, well, that's cool. I mean, and we hear the stories all the time on RIN. You know, when we did the thankful for and how did we get started? That was one of the videos that we just did back on RIN. Like, how'd you get started? Like, what got you into it? And it's always good to hear people's stories, why they started or how they started. I met this one lady. She's friends with Noelle. Her name is Jan. She's from upstate New York. I remember her story, and her parents had like 2 generations of stuff in the house, and that's how she started to try to get rid of it. And like, there's no rush to get out of the house, and she would like sell on eBay like good stuff, like crazy stuff. Lessons were $100 a month. No, they're $100. $100 a day part-time eBay. Yeah. Jan's awesome. Yeah, Jan is
And
super cool. I've go ahead.
yeah, I was just reading Antiques from Karen. Is there a channel name? I guess. None of these gaskets have comps, so I'm locking them up.
That's what with my gaskets. I had to do that, Eric, because it was like $3 for like a gasket.
Yeah,
What I did was I put like let me see if I can do this. Hold on, let me finish this one. 5 point.
Yeah, that's what I'm doing.
9.
We'll put them like $2 a piece.
Yep, and that I do that all the time, even with my sockets. Like, I'll be like,
Whoa.
okay, on eBay they want $5 a piece. What'd you do?
I put it in as 100. I was like,
Oh,
that's not gonna work.
I'll do that. Like on eBay, they want $3 a piece. I have 13 of them. I'll knock it down to $250 a piece, and then 13 times $250, and that's what I put for a listing.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, the good thing was gaskets; they don't weigh nothing, so you can make as big a lot as you want.
They just go, yeah, let's go. I got some over here that are like, I have a couple.
I mean, this one's got some metal to it, but
yeah, I sell those all the time.
Yeah.
For like $7 each, I think. Is that a Kohler? You probably have the ones I'm missing.
Yeah, this is Kawasaki stuff.
You have the ones I'm missing. Give my stuff back.
Did you get any Kawasaki?
No, I didn't get any Kawasaki. I got Kohler and Troy, and I got Kohler and Toro and Longboy. Those are the boxes I grabbed. So. Yeah, I hate that. I think other things, and then I realized that eBay on the computer doesn't pull up like the phone does. I was gonna show you the ones that I sold in lots, but I can't type it in, so that's not gonna happen.
I've been putting these boxes together that have like a bunch of different random stuff in them to list.
Like random, like a
Yeah.
like a socket. Oh, What are those?
Little
Speakers.
Pioneer. Yeah, Pioneer action.
Now, be honest with the people, Eric. We all know that there's no way that you tested those. Okay. So how do you list them?
Here's what I do with speakers. I'll be honest. Like for me, only thing I do is make sure that they're not busted.
Yep.
Like if anything's busted here, and I make sure the wiring's connected.
Yep.
So like if you see right here how the wiring goes to it, make sure all that's good. And honestly, with speakers, you can actually make sure the magnets are in place. And then I sell them like that. If they come back, it's whatever. I don't do anything.
You don't argue with it. You just say, "I'm sorry, my guy." I make the excuse, my guy.
What I do.
My guy gets a lot of.
Yeah, my guy.
Yep. I just say, "I'm very sorry." He said he tested him. I'm very sorry for your inconvenience. Here's your money right back.
Usually with speakers, though, I'll be honest, unless they're busted, they're good. Like, I mean, 99% of the time, unless they're busted, like always check your wiring, because that's the other little thing that'll go wrong is like little tabs. Like, I don't know if you can see how these little tabs where they wire them in. Like, if that stuff broke off, like just check that. Like, these are super clean, so no problems.
No. Sometimes too, like people don't realize, like, so if you get
Frozen, yeah. Hey, I was gonna tell you guys too. Like, I actually take speakers out,
and that you could tell by the way it's just. Yeah, I froze for a second. You can tell by the way it's disconnected, and then if you
bros.
What do you mean? Yeah. Oh, take them out. Oh, yeah, and sell them that way.
Leroy's on the delay. He came back and it was like sped up. I don't know if it was for you or just for me. And honestly, I can't even tell how many people are still in here. So it's one of those things. Was Leroy froze for you guys as well? Or is it just me? I wonder if he gets booted if I get booted. All by myself. Let me see what he's got going on YouTube. Nope, he's still alive. It's just me in here hanging out with no control. Buffering is suffering. That's good. That's good. Oh, man. Now I'm big screen. Just me hanging out for Leroy's birthday. Glad you guys are here with us. With me. Leroy will be back momentarily, I assume. If not, we'll just be in here listening to some speakers for a few minutes. I assume at some point he will come back. Let's see. Yep, I can't tell how many people are here or anything. Interesting.
That's why I keep Eric here. To keep me balanced. Thanks, Eric.
Someone said buffering is suffering. I laughed.
Yeah. Hey, before it disconnects, and I know you don't have much more time, I need you to stay on for about 10 more minutes.
Yeah, no problem.
Because I'm going outside of my box right now, and I think I told you about this on the backside, but hold on, let me just get my eBay back up. I'm listing something and I need your guidance on it. Let's see. Okay, so I have this guy, Eric.
You froze. PS2.
Yeah, yeah,
It should have a model number on the back.
yeah, yep. It is. Let me see. I'll type it in. It is SC SCPH.
SCPH.
Yep, SCPH dash 39001. 39001. Okay. I have no wires, not tested. On this, I wouldn't say it works, and then I have to say not tested. Correct.
Do you have any? Do you have any spare cords of any kind around?
Um, Not that I have time to look for.
Yeah, because it's usually either a double.
It's a square half circle. I
Yeah.
can see. Yeah, yeah.
Yep.
But I mean it. So because I think when I looked it up before, there is a drastic price from not tested and tested.
Well, I will tell you this, Leroy. PS2 Fats are probably the most durable gaming system out there. Like
Meaning
that's
this.
yeah, yep.
Yeah. I've
Yeah,
never used one.
yeah, it's probably the most durable. To be honest, like out of a lot of them, the likelihood of it working is pretty strong. FYI.
So you're telling me that you would list it as
I would list it pre-owned, and if you get any flack back, then you can always send them a partial refund.
Yeah.
That's my advice.
So you'd blame it on the guy again.
Yeah, that guy.
I told my
It's
guy.
going to be true because you'd be like, that guy told me it was working.
Now, here's the other thing I've heard people say. If you're nice and you go to GameStop or one of them, they will plug it up for you. Is that
Yeah.
true?
Yeah, you can do that. You can do that. Honestly, if you go by your thrift stores, you can probably find that cord.
I could, like I said, I might have the quote here. Here's my other question before we go too far. Let's see. So my next question is, I have about 10 games. They don't have cases. They're probably all scratched up. I was just gonna lot them together. I can show you the games.
Nothing. That one's no good.
Okay.
Nothing. That might be like about 6, 7, maybe. I don't think I'm not familiar with that one.
They're all pretty scratched on the back.
That one could be something. Probably. SimCity's interesting. Sometimes the value of that one goes up and down.
Here you go, Eric. I know it's not a game. I'm just teasing you.
Costco.
Look. How about this one?
That's the most valuable one you got out of all of those.
This one just looks valuable.
That one's probably good. Except for honestly, a lot of them, if it's oh yeah, that's not a game, that's a DVD.
No, that's a game.
No, the Jillian Michaels.
Huh? No, it is. It says oh no, it's not a game. It's an exercise thing. I thought it's not a nudie.
I didn't say it was a nudie. It's not a game.
Oh, I thought that's what you said.
Drag Race. I think I have that game. I have mine sealed though, and it's still not worth that much.
Fighting Force.
Not for me.
They're all, I mean, they are scratched. I think I'm just going to put them together and
If
just.
they're scratched, I just put them in one. That game actually may have a little value.
This one.
Some of the wrestling games have a little something. Yeah. Okay. What the heck is it? Two ball?
That's it. Well, I'm just going to lot them up, and see what they fetch.
Hey, hold up on that toe ball. Let me see that one again.
Yeah. Okay.
The one that says
Which one?
toe ball. TOBAL.
The rest.
The last one you showed me.
Yeah. TOBAL.
That one may be worth something.
That one.
Toe ball number 1. Let me see here. Because I had not seen that one before. And is that PS2 or PS1?
It just says PlayStation.
Yeah, so that's a PS1 then.
1996.
Yeah, the disc only on that one's about $15-16.
Really?
Yeah.
Not scratched up though.
Yeah, this guy sold it for 20.
Wow. Okay.
That's the thing. You can find some weird ones that
So
are. So if you lot it up, I would put that one near the top.
Yeah, that's what I'll do.
How bad?
I mean, honestly, I might put that one separate because if I can get me, I don't. This.
Hey, are they?
No, they look like they're surface scratched.
Yeah.
It don't look like it.
I mean, there's some bootleg stuff you can do to work some scratches out.
But it's hard to tell.
They actually say you can use toothpaste. Buff them with toothpaste.
I don't have time for that. How about the grinder? I have that nice wire brush
I know you
grinder.
got buffer wheels like crazy, but I don't know. Really, what it is the scratch.
You don't know if that works.
Causes the laser to skip. That's what the problem is with scratches.
Yeah, it would make a good YouTube video if you got like $1,000 disc and then just hit it with. Maybe I can go viral real quick.
Hit it with the grinder.
Just hit it with the bench grinder.
Oh man, people would lose their mind, dude, if you did that. Hey, is it me or
that's why the chat is stuck.
Yeah.
I haven't seen it move in a while. Since 9. Oh yeah, for about a hot minute. Let's see.
Yeah.
There we go. Use it. That's why there's a guy that I watch, and a lot of people don't like him. That guy, Whistling Diesel. That's why he kills it on YouTube, because he'll buy everything that's expensive, like top dollar, and just smash the daylights out of it. And people get so mad they don't realize that they're still giving him views.
Mm. Yeah, it's crazy, man.
Yeah, that one I think I'll list that by itself. The Cubert one, I put aside. I put that one you told me.
What was that one? Fighting Force.
The wrestling and the other. Fighting Force is that the wrestling one? SmackDown Raw.
What is the one that says they have the weird people on the cover?
The weird people. Let's see.
Like they're fighting, like they were standing like a little lineup or whatever on the front.
Let's see.
PS2 for me, if I've never heard of it, I'll look it up because they Fighting Force. See, that's a PlayStation 1 game. A lot of times those have a little bit more value. Fighting
97. Well, this is a PlayStation 1 console, right?
Man, that's a PS2. But see,
Oh, is it a-
PS2s
oh.
can play PS1 games. Yeah, Fighting Force for
What did the PlayStation 1
PS1.
What did the PlayStation 1 look like? Was that the white box with the
The
circle?
gray. The gray
Yes.
with the circle up top.
Mhm.
That disc is probably is it just Fighting Force or Fighting Force 2?
Just Fighting Force.
Okay. PS1. Is your disc red? Red looking?
No, not that one.
Yeah, it's like $10. That's why I'm wondering if it has a 2 beside it.
No, it doesn't. It doesn't at all.
That's crazy. How's the Fighting Force spelled?
How's it spelled? FIGHTING Force. FORCE.
Okay, here you go. $12.99 free ship.
Yep, same one.
Yep, that's it.
I think what I'm going to do is those 4 that you told me. I think I'm going to take those 4 and say I want $2 a piece for them and start them at auction at start them auction at $2 a piece. So it'd be like $10 for these 5 CDs. And if they get more than $10, they get more than $10.
Yeah, because I know you're probably okay regardless.
Not financially, but mentally, yes.
No, I'm saying for what I got paid for all that stuff.
Oh, yeah, you know how we do.
Yeah.
So, guys, we're going to stay on. There's 12 people, but I'm going to stay on for another 10 minutes. So at 1:45, I'm leaving, and Eric's leaving with me.
145, bro.
I mean, it says
It's 30 something. I was like, what are you talking about?
It says an hour and 37 minutes. So I'm like, oh, yeah, 1:45.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
But anybody who's
9:45. It's a second.
Yeah.
Eastern.
I know I could have had a lot more people in here if I would have put it was my birthday, but that's not my stilo. But I did want to come on. I didn't really share the link, so if I shared it with only a few people, so if you guys didn't get the link, don't be upset, please. And if you are upset, that's okay. I still love you.
13 watching now.
PlayStation 2. How do I find out that the megabytes? This one says is 8 megabytes.
It should be your number. Your bottle number should have it.
It does have a serial number. I wonder what that is.
I wonder if there's a disc inside that rig.
Yeah, it's probably the most expensive disc out there.
Probably.
I got a screwdriver. I can open it. I'm gonna be that next guy just ruining video game stuff, and everybody will like.
Oh gosh, you'd be getting death threats.
How do you think I feel with people with tools? It's the same thing.
Look at what I found the other day.
What's that?
Thundercats. You know what that is?
Thank you very much. Mystery
Thundercats. It's funny. Kevin
Thundercats,
has
that's
this for
old school.
sale in his marketplace. This little
Does
figurine
he?
right here. Yeah.
I remember Thundercats, but um I remember Thundercats, but I wasn't like a huge fan.
I remember it, but I don't think I watched it much either.
I was like, I remember more of like the Tom and Jerry and the Woody Woodpecker.
Yeah, that kind of stuff. When I got a little older, man, I like G.I. Joe.
Yeah,
Like I would watch that.
like Casper the Friendly Ghost. I used to love the superheroes. They were called the Mighty Avengers.
Yeah.
And they were on the
Justice League. I watched that one.
end of Woody Wood. That really shows our age.
Laugh Olympics. I used to like the Laugh Olympics. You know what I'm talking about?
No.
Grape Ape. Grape Ape. The Laugh Olympics. You don't know the Laugh Olympics? It was Hanna-Barbera stuff.
Yeah, I don't know much of that stuff. I was outside hustling at 12 years old. So
Well, I mean, we didn't watch a lot of cartoons, but
were you the one that had to hold the bunny ears with the aluminum foil, Eric? Was that
Oh,
you,
yeah,
or was
yeah.
that one of the?
This is the Laugh Olympics.
Oh, hold on, I'll pull it up.
Hey everyone.
Hey, everyone.
Here was the thing. The Scooby Doobies consisted of a lot of the Hanna-Barbera characters up to that point.
This guy's boring.
All right. Mumbly, who
It would pit like different characters against different characters. So
Okay,
by Disney, this was the biggest lineup of characters in an
Huckleberry
animated
Finn,
series.
Yogi Bear. I thought he was
Because
funny.
again, it
what'd you
wouldn't
say?
be when House of Mouse came out.
So they would compete in like
Wasn't House of Mouse before?
yeah.
Wasn't House of Mouse before Mickey Mouse?
No. After. Yeah, so they would compete in all these games. I don't know why this is on YouTube, like not showing what it needs to show. Yeah, so they would run it, and it was like a Hanna-Barbera thing that would come after Scooby-Doo. Like
Okay.
sometimes.
I'd watch a little bit of Scooby Doo.
If it weren't for you darn kids.
I watched a little bit of Scooby Doo. Eric, do you have anything going on in the next couple of days?
Next couple of days. I'm probably gonna do an auction on One Stop Shop at some point Friday. Is probably gonna be my plan.
Okay.
Probably it may even be midday Friday.
And guys, please check out our video coming up this week on Resell Information Network. We have one of the is he a co-founder, Eric? Not really.
No, he's a community lead.
Yeah, for One Stop Shop, but for a district. So please check that out. Just to get the kind of person that he is. He doesn't talk too much about district, but a little bit.
If you go to One Stop Shop, RIN.net.
It pulls it right up.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're running too, Ken. Thank you so much. Appreciate it, guys. I will enjoy my peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. All right, we're gonna cut it, guys. Eric, don't leave. Thank you, guys. I appreciate you all today. I only got a few things pre-listed, but that's okay. Just wanted to hang out with you guys. So you guys see you again soon, not knowing when, who knows how, and who knows how long. Until then, see you guys. Bye. Thank you.